what I was struck by yesterday, and here's, I guess let's get to the Turk and Jerk of the week, because this is what I found. I'm actually going to give the Turk of the week to Arizona Cardinals coach Ken Whisenhunt, who lost at home to the Bills. Yeah. First of all, he had Jay Feely kick a 61-yard field goal with about 1:20 to play.
And nailed it.
He nailed it.
Nailed it.
He crushed it,
yeah.
right? So that tied the game at 16. They kick off, and the Bills have 1st and 10 at the 20 with just over a minute to play. First play, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who sometimes looks, God, this guy from Harvard's pretty good, and other times looks like, how is there a guy from Harvard in the NFL? And he was sacked, and it became like 2nd and 16 or 2nd and 14 from the 16. And the Cardinals, with a minute to play, instantly recognized it, did what so many coaches don't do, and he called timeout. Yeah. And then he called it again and again, and he got the Bills to punt the ball back to Patrick Peterson with about a minute to play or 55 seconds to play. That's genius. It was so smart. He had a chance to go from kicking a 61-yard field goal, tie the game, to winning it in regulation. The Bills were so terrified of punting the ball to Peterson that they punted the ball out of bounds
yeah.
at like the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
You know, boom, a couple of first downs, or really just one first down. They got a couple yards on the first play, and then hit Larry Fitzgerald for about 25 yards. 28 yards. Big play. Getting it down to the 20, the Cardinals realized they could have rushed one other play, but they might have had trouble spiking it. No problem. They're at the 20 in the middle of the field.
Especially when a guy just hit a 61-yarder.
John Skelton was in for Kevin Cobb, who'd gotten hurt. Skelton comes in, recognizes it. He's cool. He's like, you know what? We're good. We're good. I'm just going to spike the ball. He spikes.
Which is the right play.
Spikes it with 3 seconds to play. 38-yard field goal from Jay Feely, who had just hit from 61, and he hit the upright.
Bong.
And it was such an ugly kick even before it hit the upright. It was going sideways. It was barely off the ground. It hits the upright, done, and they go to overtime. Now I want to get to the Jerk of the week, who is Buffalo Bills coach Chan Gailey, who won 1916 on the road in Arizona. So they kick off, and the Bills win the toss, and they go naturally absolutely nowhere, right? Because they're the Bills, and their quarterback went to Harvard. Then they punt to the Cardinals, right? They're scared to punt to Peterson, but it's not even that bad field position, and Skelton takes over. And I think on the 2nd or 3rd play, he throws an interception. Returned by the Bills to, like, I think inside the 10-yard line. So the Bills suddenly have the ball, I believe, at the 6-yard line. Then mass confusion reigns for the Bills, and they need to clarify with the referees whether they have to score a touchdown or kick a field goal to win the game, because they don't know the rules. Now, as it happens, they ended up kicking a field goal and they won the game. But I'm guessing that at this point, I know it's the first year of this, Chan Gailey should have known both teams had possession. Any score wins the game, but he didn't know.
You know what the funny thing is? This is a long story, but I was away from my TV, and I was listening on Yahoo Sports Radio, and even the studio host was confused in the Detroit-Philadelphia game if Detroit had actually won.
Yeah,
like, this is like a national thing where no one knows.
It's not complicated. Again, these football coaches, they are smart. I couldn't coach football in a billion years. I don't know how to run a sweep. I don't know whether the guard should pull. I don't really know what cover 2 is, right? We all think we do. We know to say it. I don't know how it looks. I don't know who cheats where. I don't know how to design it. But I know when to call my timeouts, and I know the overtime rules. And each coach, you know what? Ryan Fitzpatrick should stop playing quarterback, and he should assist Chan Gailey in the smart guy parts of the football game. That's my recommendation. So anyway, I was just stunned that they were that out of it. It was here's who knows. Bill Belichick knows. The Harbaughs know. But Chan Gailey.
That's embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. It was silly, and they ended up winning the game. And so I loved what Whisenhunt did. I hated what Gailey did. Now, the only problem with Gailey, and the reason why he's getting the Jerk of the week instead of Tony Romo, is because of the wonderful symmetry of giving the Turk and Jerk of the week to opposite coaches in games where the Turk lost and the Jerk won.